Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to take input from standard input console, that is keyboard, in a simple console based Java program. Now there is a class scanner in the java.util package that we can use for taking input from the console. So what you need to do is to create the instance of the scanner class by feeding the source. Now here it should be the keyboard in this way. So first of all, just create the scanner instance by using the new keyword and calling the constructor. Now what you need to do is to supply the source from where you are supposed to take the input. Scanner is amazing. It can take input from various sources. For instance, it can take input from text files or from keyboards. So since we are supposed to take inputs from keyboard, so we need to supply the constant reference to the standard input console, and that is created and maintained by JVM here in system.in. There are various objects created and maintained by JVM for our convenience, and one of such is the system.in. You might have learned the system.out, and that's one of this kind. So there are many actually. So what I'm doing here, I'm creating the instance of the scanner class by feeding the source from where the scanner is supposed to take the input. Now once the object is created using this source, that is system.in, now this scanner object is capable of taking input from that source. In our case, it is the keyboard. Now we are ready to take input from the keyboard using this scanner object whose reference is s. Now if we need to take one integer, then we just need to call s.nextInt. Now this next int is a method that's going to take one integer from the keyboard. Now as soon as this particular line starts execution, what happens, the cursor waits in the input console for the user's response. So if the user now types in some integer value and presses enter, that particular integer value is returned in your program, and you can assign it to some convenient variable declared as integer, here in this case x. As we know that everything is taken as text in every system, now what the next int does, it actually converts the text to the appropriate integer and returns the integer format to our program. Now if I need to take one floating point value, so what I need to call is next float. Now if I need to take one double value from the keyboard, what I need to call is next double. All these methods are given in the scanner class, and we can use them for our convenience. If I need to take one more example, if I need to take next a string, for instance, I need to call just next line. So next line is going to take the input and return it as a string in my program. So I can just take my name in my program using this next line. So in this way, what we can do, we can just take the input from the keyboard by using the scanner class. Obviously, if you are using the scanner class, you need to import, you need to give the import declaration at the very beginning of your program, java.util.Scanner, that has to be at the beginning of your program. So let us now see how this works with a practical example. So what I'm going to do is I'm writing a simple program that's going to take input from the keyboard and going to display the input again back to the console. So here it is. Let's try to write this. It's going to be a simple program. First of all, import java.util.Scanner. You can write java.util.star if you wish so. So what I'm writing is a simple main class. The name of the class is main, and I'm writing a public static void main function. And now just I'm asking the user to input something from the keyboard, say the name of the user. So this is going to print a prompt on the console asking for the name, and I'm going to take the name in a string variable. So I'm declaring a name variable. So prior to that, what I need is to declare the scanner object. So I'm declaring the scanner object. I'm creating the scanner object with the source as system.in. That's the source from where the scanner is going to take the input. So s is the scanner reference. Now s dot next line. Now this is going to take the input from the keyboard as a string. Now I'm going to take the age. First I'm giving a prompt to the user to enter the age. So I'm taking the age in a variable named age. So the function that should be called for this purpose is nextInt. So I'm calling the nextInt. s.nextInt is going to take the age. Now finally I'm just printing the result. That means I'm just printing the name by giving a welcome message. Welcome name, then concatenating the other part, say age, and I'm printing the age. So now I'm going to compile and run this program. First of all, I'm just saving this program, file save, in a particular directory, say in a directory Santa. I'm saving it. So Santa directory is under C drive. So I'm just creating another folder for, say, input demo is the name of the folder, and I'm saving it within input demo under Santa, and the name of the file is input.java. So now the name of the file is input.java. That not necessarily required to be the same with the class name main, because we are not creating a public class. Had it been a public class, then there is a mandatory constraint that we need to give the file name same as the class name. That's different issue. We'll be dealing with this when we learn package. So I'm just giving the name of the file as input.java. Now I'm going to compile this. I'm going to the command prompt. Here's my command prompt, and I'm going to the Santa directory, cd Santa, cd/Santa. So I'm within the Santa directory, name input demo. Now here's my file input.java, as you can see it here, with 372 bytes. I'm going to compile this java c input demo input.java. So it gets compiled. It's compiled. Now we can see that there is a .class file created within the directory, as you can see this. Okay, so the .class file has been created here, main.class. Now since we have the name class name main here, so on compilation the compiler produced to the main.class. So we need to execute this main.class with the runtime environment. That I'm going to do next. First of all, let me clear the DOS screen. Okay, now java space main, the class name, and it's going to execute the program. So here we are. So it is asking for the name, enter name. So I'm giving Shivaji, that's my name, and I'm giving my age. Okay, that's 41. Fair enough. Now this particular, the one thing you need to understand, that the cursor is waiting here. It is the effect of this s.nextInt, the method that we have called here. It is for this particular method called the cursor is holding here. Now as soon as I'm typing in something, say 41, pressing enter, it will go to the next instruction in my program. So here it is, and you can see that the message is printed successfully as we were expecting. So the variable name is printing the name here, and the age is printing the age. So in this way, what you can do, you can take the input from the console by using the next method within in the scanner class. Thank you very much. There are other ways of taking input. One good way of taking input is by using input dialog boxes. In my next tutorial, I'm going to show you that. Thank you very much.